Stanley parable. Dude, I don't know. Yeah, that was ridiculous, bro. I don't know what the deal was with that. That was getting over on me, bro. That's what they were doing. Absolutely ridiculous. They were like, nah, he's about to beat the game. Let's just make it stop working. Every game, chat, you guys have seen me now. You guys have seen me. You know how many times games glitch when I play them? D2 in this game? What's that mean? Oh, what time is it? It's 7:56. We'll round up. We'll go 7:57. Imagine a low taper fade on a low taper fade. Dang. That's a lot of fades. Hang on, hang on. Okay. Before we get started, can I just say something? What's happening? When I first asked you to input the time, you said 12. I'll be honest, I was disappointed. You couldn't have taken 10 seconds to input the correct time? No. Chat. I literally turned this game on earlier. Why is the game cooking me? I turned this game on earlier just to test it. And the game's talking trash to me. You couldn't have taken 10 seconds to input the correct time? No, you simply rushed right ahead with the default value. But then, this time, when you booted up the game, you entered 6:57. Oh my gosh, and I entered the wrong time. I see now that you are taking this seriously. It must have actually been 12 when you first played the game. Dude. What? It was very silly of me to get mad at you for that. I apologize for the hostility. Tell you what, by way of an apology, I'll make you a deal. Next time you boot up the game and see this screen, just set the clock to your favorite time. Go ahead, pick whatever time you want, even if it's not the correct time. I'll let one slide just for you. How's that sound? Glad we're on the same page again. Alright, I'll get you back into the video game now. Bro, what? Chat, should we close the game and put a new time in? We're closing the game, putting a new time in. We're closing the game, putting a new time in. Let's see if he really lets it slide. Dude, that was crazy, right? Put the default time. No, he said pick your favorite time. So now I'll put the correct time. Dude. That was crazy. Was not expecting that. This is like a fourth wall game. Alright. Let's do the correct time this time. 7:59. Oh, it doesn't let you. Oh, yeah, see? I know this game. It's creepy. Wait, actually? Ah, 7:59. Your favorite time of day. Or, could you simply not resist giving me the correct timing? Wait a minute. I felt the aura of a pro gamer before I even opened up Twitch. Oh my gosh, W. Osterfly. After all, I know how much you enjoy setting the time correctly. Okay, now I'm curious how 7:59 p.m. is. Let's use another slider to find out. How accurate is 7:59? It's accurate. You know, can I just say, regardless of the accuracy of the clock, I'm having a great time adjusting these settings. Oh my gosh, the game is like salty right now. I feel like I'm learning more about you and how you like things to be set. It's good to collect data. Want me mopping back on Little Nightmares? Oh yeah, we still got to play that, man. I wish we had more sliders, but we've gone through all the sliders I have. Perhaps I can invent some new sliders to gather new data on you. Shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, let me whip a couple new ones up. Should be ready by the next time you boot the game. That's crazy. So every time you boot the game, it like changes. Alright, begin the game. Let's see.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Here we go.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
I'm getting the lore.
Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on the desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order.
Oh my gosh.
This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every
Hold on, chat. Audio is super loud.
year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders
Yo, I type like that?
as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Stanley's happy. He's a happy guy. Okay.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened.
Stanley parable.
Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
But that's how you
no
look
one
at
had
work.
showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even
Burn.
say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation.
Depressed.
Something
yeah, you're
was
right.
very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Oh my gosh, got an achievement for quitting the game and then starting it again. We're playing. Okay, chat, so it looks like the background of this game so far is that Stanley came to work one day and stuff hit the fan.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a
It
memo.
says Walter Mitty vibes. Dang. Everything's abandoned. I hate Mondays. Oh my gosh, dude, me too. Alright. Hold on, this sensitivity is crazy, bro.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Wait, so he wants us to go left, but it looks like we can go right. What do we do? Go right? Okay. What happens if you go right?
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Is the narrator the dude who's salty when I... Ooh, W Lounge. Wait a minute.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Okay. So it's like a decision
But
game.
eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
See, it said we can go left. Something in me, like the human in me, wants to do everything this guy's not doing. You know what I mean? He said I should go left, so I feel like I should go this way. What's in here?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Do not jump from the cargo lift when it's in motion. Penalty for misuse. Yeah, I don't want to fall down there.
Look, Stanley, I think
Burn.
perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not
Jump?
your enemy.
No
really,
way, I
I'm
can't
not.
jump, dude.
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has
That
been
means
about
jump.
nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please. But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and
Oh my
plunged to
gosh,
his
he
death.
died.
Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Oh, we just start back at the beginning? What the heck?
All of his co-workers were gone.
Okay, let's lock in.
What
Let's
could
lock
it
in now.
mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps
Alright,
he had
let's
simply
lock in.
missed a
We
memo.
died. We got splattered. Secret ending. Yeah, seriously. Okay, let's go left this time.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Can you die in this game? Is that like a thing?
Yet there was not a single
Tips for
person
not getting
here
fired.
either. Feeling a wave of disbelief,
Take notes, chat.
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
How to solve a dispute with a coworker. Let it ball up inside you. Take it out. Wait, what did that say? Hold on. It said take it out passive aggressively. What do people want? Things, money, more money, things, but with money to buy more things? What the heck, dude? Okay, so we're going up to our boss's office.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Dang, his boss has a fancy office, dude. Executive bathroom? What? Oh, I thought I just seen a person. Oh my gosh, fancy office.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him?
That's where the president lives?
What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him.
Oh, what?
And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck.
He did the correct code.
Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Oh my gosh, secret entrance? Secret entrance? Okay, now this game's looking sketch, I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to walk in there. I feel like you can't walk in there. Okay, I guess we have to. Okay. I know this is a family friendly. Dipped out for a few. What game is this? It's called the Stanley Parable. So you're basically
descending deeper into the building.
I don't really fully know yet.
Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Uh-oh. Basically, you're a dude who goes to work every single day, right? And everything's normal. And then one day he goes to work and nobody's there. Everyone's disappeared.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
We have a decision to make, chat. We have a decision to make. I'm going to assume that we go to the escape part.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Dang, so we're going to die now?
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Wait, I don't know what to do. I'm torn. We're not actually going to die. I'm gonna test it. I'm going to test it. I feel like he's... Camera, please.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Yeah, I'm not scared. We're going to confront our death. There's nothing scary right here. We're going to jump right in. Okay, that's actually death. Okay, let's go back. That's actually death. That's actually death. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back. If there would have been like another door or something, I probably would have stayed over there, but since it like... You know what I mean? Since it actually was like a pit of death right there, we're going to go ahead and go back. Freddy said he's lying. Alright, but I don't want to go to the mind control facility either, though.
But of course, Stanley thought better of it and realized he simply had too much to live for.
Mind control facility, okay.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold?
Stanley's gonna figure it out. He's gonna find it.
The strength to find out.
Chat, do you have faith in Stanley?
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed.
All the numbers.
Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Okay, so what the heck? There's nobody on the cameras, though.
This
Somebody got
mind
fired.
control facility, it was too
Wait.
horrible to believe. It couldn't be true.
What number are we?
Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time?
Oh, we're already
Was this
mind
the only
controlled.
reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
We're already mind controlled.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or
So we got a
sad
puzzle action
or
happening,
content.
looks like.
Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Yeah, we shut the power down, we beat the game, chat. Imagine we beat the game. Deep meaning game right now? Yeah.
Blackness.
Okay.
And a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
You've got to be kidding.
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine. Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking,
snapshot or something.
but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be.
He's going to say all that, and it's going to snapshot or something.
Needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
It's not a door, it's a screen. Oh, it's actual.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path.
So I assume if you go to the
him.
right on that one thing,
This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Okay. It's not real, just wait. Complete the Stanley parable, beat the game. I have no idea what I'm playing next. I just said that.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
So I guess we're going to go to the right now?
Simply missed a memo.
I guess we'll go to the right now. That's crazy.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee
I'm sure there's
lounge
something
first,
deeper
just to admire it.
You know what I mean? There's no way it's that simple.
Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Well, I assume whichever thing
Stanley
you do
was so bad
alters
at
the
following
ending.
directions. It's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I can go in there, so I bet you we can do that. Let's, I bet you, watch this.
Look, Stanley,
when it goes up, I can walk off and land right here and go that way.
I'm not your enemy, really.
It's over already.
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Nope.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood.
Nope, I didn't.
Stanley walked through the red
Nope,
door.
I didn't.
I still don't think we're communicating properly.
What the heck?
Stanley walked through the red door.
Why is he getting stern with me, bro? Like, what? Should I go through this door? It seems like the right choice, right? Nope, we're going through the blue door.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
He's angry.
Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far.
Oh my gosh.
Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before.
Okay, third option. We'll take it. We'll take it.
Take it for a spin.
Third option.
Okay,
please rate your experience.
There. Now, tell me about your experience with this new
version.
Let's
give him a 1.
Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback
him a 1,
here. A 1? I mean, I can understand if you had reservations, you saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a 1? That's not even helpful. What am I supposed to do with that? But I guess it isn't my place to judge. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Dang, so he's making like different stuff? Worldwide leaderboard. So... Oh my gosh, look at all these people opening doors, dude. 21.3% of players skipped the intro sequence. Only 3% of players chose the blue door. Dang, I'm in the top 3%. Compete against others to improve your Stanley Parable career. I'm 9,328th out of 9,328th. What? Friends list empty. Oh wait, why is he trying to cook me right now? Okay. So can we go give him a better rating now?
Oh. Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
Give him a 5 now.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on.
Oh, so each
thing
you
would be
do
a lovely opportunity to give it some
up.
play testing. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Okay.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game.
Do we let it do?
All about
do we
the
let the baby go to the
and
fire?
tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think
what
the art world will really take notice.
Do we let the baby go to the fire?
The message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience. You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable.
Jamila, thanks for the follow.
Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here?
Got you added on the board. Look at that, chat. We gotta have to wipe the board.
Yes. This seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Okay, he's uploading a new game. He said...
Aha! Fascinating.
Is this
What
Firewatch?
do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower. Perhaps for some sort of twisted
Chat, listen.
erotic
Goldman,
purpose.
we'll see you in court.
Yes, that must be it.
We'll
What
see you
a
in court.
fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
What the heck, dude? What was that? It'll force close if you make it mad enough. No shot.
No, it can't be.
What the heck?
It is. It's an open world game.
Jump?
Good God,
It doesn't
quickly
let me
block
jump.
it off. Oh, thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call.
Dude, what the heck?
You nearly wandered off into that
Stay up there,
thing,
you gotta disrespect him.
that big open, just wandering around, no right or wrong directions, no path to follow.
Oh,
You
there's
can
a wall
just
around the
go
whole
in
thing.
any. Oh, thank heavens we avoided it.
Okay.
We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game.
What the heck?
Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
Okay. About to put us in another game.
Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
Okay, new Rocket League.
Wonderful.
What?
See, this is exactly what I had in mind.
Dude,
just a nice
what the-
big box for you to
Camera.
find in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I
We'll
will
see
be
you in court.
phenomenally impressed.
We'll see you in court. Epic Games about to sue the crap out
so
of
what
them.
exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball?
Sports ball.
Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together.
I hate that.
I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Can I get a car though? Oh, yo, I'm him. Wait a minute. I'm actually cooking. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Just like when I play Rocket League IRL, chat.
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun?
It's not
Is it
going
better
in.
than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on?
It is better.
Stanley, I have a thought. Hold on. What are you doing?
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you.
What the heck?
How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
Dang, so we're like on our own now. Kinda. We can't really go anywhere though. Broke the game. Yeah, right? Something. I don't know, is that a drop off? I can't tell. Oh, it is a drop off. Health simulation. Dude, this game's crazy. We're in another area. Dude, what? We were just in Rocket League, dude. Like, that's crazy. Okay, we got a light on down here. Okay, 427. This is our office area. Camera room. Can we get in there? No. Oh.
I wonder what he
Oh
found.
no, we're back.
If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice.
dang.
And if he's learned the heavy cost
This is super
that comes
crazy.
with it.
Like, what?
He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion.
What the heck?
That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon.
That sounds like
I
scary.
can wait.
Okay. Okay, we're about to spawn back in.
All of his co-workers were
Okay, let's
gone.
go on the far
What did
end
it
now.
mean?
Let's take that. Let's take
Stanley
that lift
decided
over
to
to
go
the
to
other
the
side.
meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
And we have to look for any other exits you can get because apparently each one gives you something different now.
When Stanley came to a set of two,
Yo, what up,
this was
Sunshine?
not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly
All right, let's go
well.
back over here.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire
Took a
it.
nap. AW nap though. Naps are
The
great.
lounge was sublime, a work of art. What but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open
Okay,
door.
we're gonna
on
take
his
the lift
left.
all the way over this time. Since we jumped off of it last time.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I feel like I should have got like a. Well, I guess.
Look,
we'd have
Stanley,
one
I
more,
think
though.
perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
So we already
I'm
went
not
that
your
way.
enemy,
So now
really,
let's go
I'm
this way.
not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
And we forgot about somebody.
Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me. I'm asking, this is it, Stanley.
Okay.
Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
She's been waiting.
That's her, Stanley.
What is happening?
You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to...
Okay, we're gonna answer the phone. She? That's what I'm saying. Like what?
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven.
Stanley's got Riz. Wait.
All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha! Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley.
He just
I'm
cooked
trying to get
Stanley
you to see
to a
something.
pulp.
Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Stanley just got destroyed.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Okay. Good morning, employee 427. Press K on your keyboard.
Stanley is quite a boring
Ban the
fellow.
narrator.
He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Oof. That's tough. Press K.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch.
Dang, he's talking trash.
Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
Press B.
But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his
What in the
desk,
world?
Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
What in the world? Press K to watch TV. Okay, we get to watch TV.
And so he began
Alright,
to
maybe not.
fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at
Press
work,
O.
he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of
Press
the
O.
earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Doesn't do anything. No other buttons do anything.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what
Imagine
lay
being in this
behind each
tiny little
door.
room, though.
The
Oh,
mere
man.
thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Okay. Press V to prepare dinner.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations.
Okay.
Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors.
Are we trapped
and
in this room
mind
now? Like, what the heck?
controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Okay, we did the game with the baby.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this
Oh, so this
free.
is like
Surely
some
there's
sort
an
of,
answer
like,
down some new
imaginary-
path,
imaginary
mustn't there
thing.
be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Oh, Apple TikTok is unbanned and they aren't putting it on the App Store. Dang. You shouldn't have deleted it, dude.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be?
Oh, wait.
In reality,
Room's
all he's
changing.
doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets. The more he forgets which life is the real one.
What the heck, dude? Press X to go to sleep. Okay. Now we're going to go to sleep.
And I'm trying to tell him this. That in this world, he can never be anything but an observer. That as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
All right, let's not do it. We're AFK. How long do we have to be AFK before something happens, though? Like what? He told us not to do it. Let's listen to him. What up, Gotham Knight? Could he be telling you the endings? That's what I'm thinking, because he mentioned the baby game thing, and then he also mentioned one other one thing that we did too. Don't listen, press O. O doesn't do anything. So how long do you have to sit here before like something happens? Because if we press R, we'll just end up back at the beginning, right? Spam O. Nah, it ain't doing nothing. Nothing happens.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he
There's nothing we can
remains
do right
here,
there.
he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Press V to question nothing. Okay.
I suppose I can't.
I can't
Not
believe
in the
we
way
were
I
just
want
in
him
Rocket
to.
League. Like, that's
But I
crazy.
don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose.
Okay.
I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to.
Okay.
I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again.
Please die.
And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
What just happened? We died. No, we're somewhere new. We're somewhere new.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to
Today's
the
my
meeting
2-month
room.
sub
Perhaps
anniversary.
he
Yo,
had
let's get some
simply missed a
W's for
memo.
Sundrop, man. 2-month sub anniversary, and he's the lead gifter right now, dude. Legend, man. Let's get some W's. Let's get some L's for Case for being a hater.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
Okay.
he
Okay, we
entered
gotta
the
try to get a
door
different
on his
ending
left.
now. Hydrate, okay. Alright, try to get one more ending before we switch to another game. Alright, so we went right. There's nothing else we could do right, correct? I feel like we did everything that we could do right. Left. Okay, let's go left this time. Wait, is there doors? Can you open any doors? One of these doors probably opens, huh?
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer
Broom
there.
closet. Something new.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Escape the Matrix. He said that there was nothing here, which means that tells me that there is something here.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. no reason to still be here.
Alright, I guess so. Alright, so we're supposed to go up. Let's go down.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
We're going down instead.
But Stanley just
Yo, look at
couldn't
this
do
car.
it. He considered the possibility of facing his
Room
boss,
closet is one of the
admitting
endings?
he had
Wait,
left
actually?
his post during work hours. He might be fired for that.
What do you do? Just stand in there
and
until
in
he
such a
gets mad?
competitive
Need to
economy,
shut the door?
why
Okay, we'll
had
do
he
that again.
taken
We'll
that
do that again.
risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to
Wait, what the
Stanley.
heck?
Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence
we're
in a
good.
single moment for no reason at all.
It's a loop.
None of it made any logical sense.
Oh, no, it is
and
a
as
loop.
Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example,
Oh, yeah, it is a loop.
why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
Oh.
Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too
It can't be
strange. This
real.
can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to
Okay.
have finally found an answer,
Are the
an
clocks
explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone.
What clocks?
He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon.
One,
I'll have
two,
to go back
three,
to my
four.
boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
We're flying.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun.
What is happening?
And Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head.
Bro.
One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found
still
it
flying? I can't
particularly
tell.
strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought
has
it
to be
all
an ending.
very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these
Okay.
words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago?
Almost spilled
How
coffee.
else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely,
What?
if he could just...
Stanley's losing his mind.
He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back,
What the heck, dude?
the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I
We're
want.
losing our mind.
I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Dang, but we woke up back in the same thing.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley.
Oh, now he's
I have a
getting
boss.
scared.
I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Oh my gosh.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Okay. New story?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by
Stanley
the
on the
body of a
ground.
man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments,
Dang,
she
R.I.P.
considered the
Stanley,
strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew.
What up, Luigi?
Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that
Luigi!
moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better.
R.I.P. Stanley, man.
Then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was
What?
only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
What the heck? All right, we gotta do the broom closet ending now. Guys, do the broom closet ending real quick.
All of his co-workers were
It's
gone.
crazy that you can
What
get
could
so
it
many
mean?
different endings. Like
Stanley
that's-
decided to go to the meeting room.
there's
Perhaps
other
he had
doors
simply
that
missed a
open.
memo.
Oh, look, there's something back there.
When Stanley came to a set
to
of
the
two
left.
open doors, he entered the door on his left.
We'll be back in 20 minutes. Gotta do some work. All right. Okay, where's the broom closet at? To the next area, I think.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go. Oh no, no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm
What,
not going to
Noah?
say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this
What in the
room.
world? Just wait, he
Please
will get
take
mad?
your
Okay.
time.
Yeah, we're just chilling in the broom closet. Yo, games like this are trippy, man. Alright, we're just gonna wait him out until he gets upset. Yo, Chad, that light noise, like that buzzing, that is probably the worst noise of all time. Like when you're like, because anytime you hear that noise and you're in that like an area with that noise, you know you're like in a bad situation. We got some tools sitting out there. Alright, I'm waiting for him to get mad. See what happens. Walk out and walk back in. Should we go? Should we like move on to where he starts talking and then come back? Until he starts saying something again? Yes.
Coming to a
Oh, we
staircase,
can't.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Let's try to get another exit then. I'm sure there's another one up here somewhere. Yep, right here. I've got a feeling money's for stealing, but not yours, of course. What's that say? That's a lovely purse. Go down. We already went down. don't think I can go down now. I think the door's shut. Oh, another area though. Yo, that's Kung Fu Panda, bro. Okay, let's go up. Alright, let's go up. W music. This game's fun, dude. You just gotta find like endings and stuff, and like different. Everything you can do is different. Go down. What if we're just like in space? It's the longest elevator ride ever. There we go. We arrived. Oh, we're back at the same spot. Alright, let's go down. It acts like you're moving, but I don't know if we are. That did nothing.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
All right.
What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Let's jump down that pin. That little hole
by
that
simply pushing random
stuff.
buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing.
Okay.
He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Did we go down last time? Yeah, we did. We definitely did. We definitely did. Wait, this. I don't remember this. Oh yeah, we did this. We did this.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind
right?
Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word Escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his
we're gonna jump down
death.
the pit and we might die. But it's an ending.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Okay. We're just gonna jump right in there. Oh, wait, it didn't hear a splat noise. Oh, we didn't die. Ah, we didn't die.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man.
I can't jump in.
And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life.
Dang, we're about to get smashed. Oh no, GG, Stanley. We lived.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Hey. Hey, we survived. The Stanley parable.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Uh-oh, new area.
When every
Whoa,
path you can walk has been
dude.
created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
What? So we've been dead from the beginning? Office computers. Oh, here's the credits. What we got here? Button sounds. A selection of sounds used throughout the game. When buttons are pressed, each sound is a mix of keyboard stroke and synthesizer tone. Wow. Yeah, let's go this way. What's this say? Filing cabinets. Let's go see what's over here. Office clock. Oh, these are air. Oh, okay. What's over here?
I'm just going to make this easy on you. Oh, I don't know. How about they're throwing a surprise
What the
party
heck?
for him for all his button pushing? Does that sound
Narration
plausible
outtakes.
to you?
The voice of the narrator recorded dialogue for the entire game roughly 3
Nothing
separate
there.
times over 2 years.
Well,
These are
try the
clips
other
from
one, then.
early takes that were not used in the final game. What the heck?
Now then, this elevator for sure will get him right back on track to where he was supposed to be in the story.
Lore.
Then he pushed the number 4.
What the heck?
Then he pushed the number 4.
Wait, underground.
Great.
Look for the bucket. Okay, so I'm looking for a bucket then? Alright, let's look for a bucket. Freedom ending. Oh, we already got the freedom ending. What's this? The bucket is great. Countdown desk. One of the desks from an early version of the countdown ending. Oh, we haven't got a countdown ending yet. Monitor room elevator. There's an exit right there. Let's keep looking around before we do anything. Zending. This screenshot depicts an early version of the ending known as Zending, which was eventually cut and merged with another part of the game. Zending levers. These levers are originally part of the Zending. Okay. The game is now paused. Escape menu. That ended when the player restarted from the escape menu. Unfortunately, very few players realized this, which was very frustrating from anyone. Escape menu. That only ended when the player restarted from the escape menu. What the heck? Why is that going down? Oh. The apartment timer. Meeting room. Yo, this is kind of crazy. How deep this game is, kind of. This is interesting. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna get lost in here. There's so many places you can go. Oh my gosh, I couldn't read it fast enough. I would like to give you proposals. Oh, that's just from the game. What's down here? Warzone. They had a Warzone ending at one point? What the? He designed an ending where Stanley would end up in a battlefield fighting aliens. The action game would become sentient and would wage war against the narrator. We realized shortly after starting to build it that it was far too jokey and on the nose for the tone of the game. Plus, some people interpreted it as making fun of people who like shooters, which was not our intention. I think L devs, they were afraid to hurt somebody's feelings. Printer. The office. Okay, we're back at the main area. Oh, so we just went in like a circle. Okay, let's go find that like movie theater looking room again. think it was up here somewhere. Yeah, it's by a sign that says exit. Yeah, right here. Let's see.
Oh,
Here we
look
go.
at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Okay, we just shut it off. That's probably an ending.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be
This game's
seen.
crazy. Oh no, now we're about to get killed
Listen to
again.
me. You can still save
How
these
do I
two.
do it?
You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat
What
this
is going
game.
on in this game? That's what
As
I'm
long as you
saying.
move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only
It says press escape and hit quit.
true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let
We
time
accept
choose
death.
for you. Don't let time.
We accepted death. There was no other way. Chat, this game's crazy, dude. We're gonna have to keep playing that, dude. That, like, and find some more stuff sometime.